Have you ever really stopped to think about this? If the Quran were not truly divine, could it have remained completely unchanged for over 14 centuries? Empires rose and fell, civilizations collapsed, languages evolved, borders shifted, entire worldviews were replaced. Yet this book remained exactly the same. God says, "Indeed, we have sent down the reminder, and surely we are its guardian." That is not just a spiritual statement, that is a historical claim. Sayyid Qutb explains that what is best for humanity is to turn back to the Quran, because it is the only thing that remains constant. It does not decay, it does not fragment, it does not evolve with trends. Falsehood cannot penetrate it. Corruption cannot infect it. It stands outside the reach of distortion. And if someone sincerely seeks truth, the Quran will guide them to it, under God's protection. Now think about this carefully. If this book had been left to human preservation alone, it would have been altered long ago. Political powers would have reshaped it. Sectarian movements would have edited it. Cultural influences would have softened it. Philosophical trends would have modernized it. But none of that happened. Centuries passed. Wars happened. Internal conflicts broke out. During times of political chaos, fabricated statements were inserted into the sayings of the Prophet. Scholars spent decades verifying narrations, separating truth from forgery. They protected the prophetic tradition through intense intellectual discipline. And while interpretations were debated and meanings were argued over, one thing never changed: the text itself. Groups tried to twist verses to serve their agendas. They stretched meanings. They reframed context. They manipulated interpretation. But they could not add a word. They could not delete a word. They could not rewrite a single verse. That limitation alone is extraordinary. Then history entered another phase. Colonialism, intellectual invasion, cultural transformation. Muslim societies began losing political authority, economic strength, and even moral confidence. Entire value systems were replaced under the banner of progress, enlightenment, modernity, and freedom. Generations grew up, distancing themselves from their own foundations. But here's the striking reality. Even when Muslims weakened, even when societies fractured, even when identity blurred, the Quran remained untouched. Its enemies influenced institutions. They reshaped education systems. They rewrote historical narratives. They engineered social change. But they could not alter the text. That fact alone forces a serious question. At the time of the Prophet, this promise of preservation was simply declared. There was no visible proof yet. It was a statement of divine authority. Today, after 14 centuries of global upheaval, that statement stands as a living miracle. Consider this carefully. First proof. God did not delegate the protection of the Quran to scholars, governments, or communities. He explicitly claimed responsibility for preserving it. Second proof. There are now over 1 billion copies of the Quran across the world, across continents, across centuries, across cultures. And when compared textually, there is no historical rupture, no doctrinal rewriting, no layered editing. Aside from minor printing variations, the text is consistent. Third proof. There are no internal contradictions within its message, no conflicting theological foundations, no evolving moral standards that shift with eras. If human intervention had entered it, inconsistencies would have surfaced. That is the nature of human limitation. The Quran itself challenges the reader. Do they not reflect upon the Quran? If it had been from other than God, they would have found within it much contradiction. And again, recite what has been revealed to you from your Lord's book. None can change his words, and you will find no refuge besides him. So now the real conversation begins. The Quran is preserved. That is historically observable. But here is the uncomfortable question. Are we preserved by it? Do we live by its standards? Or do we simply carry it on our shelves? Do we open it for guidance or only for ceremony? The Quran is protected. The text is safe. But are our hearts aligned with it? Are our societies shaped by it? Are our decisions rooted in it? That is the real test. Like the video and follow the channel.